Hi and welcome back everybody. In today's video we are going through week 2 and 3 budget. I got a little behind because the weekend of Easter, I was ripping out the carpet in the rest of the house and I just didn't have time to film. So my mom was here, we had a good Easter. Excuse me, tickle in the back of my throat. I'm healing from my acute sinus infection. That is what I had, the illness that I got on the 1st. So still on antibiotics, but it is what it is. So let's go ahead and dive into doing the weekly check-ins. And we're going to start off with groceries, and it's just the hungry route of $147.05. And then I'm going to go ahead and down here, $147.05 down here as well. Then we have household things, and because of ripping out the carpet and everything, there's some expenses around here as well. So $29, $62, $67, $69. Is $97.31. Then the next week, 10, I can't do my calculator the right way, 128.28. Again, can't do my calculator the right way. Oh, there was another Amazon. Okay, 139.06. Let me go back on the 147.05 for this week because I forgot about this. Okay, 173.08. Then miscellaneous. I had nothing the first week, and then the second week, or the third week actually, because I was ripping out the carpets in the house, and I've been planning on doing that, but all the cats got fleas when I brought Kitty inside the house. So I just go to the extreme and say, let's rip out all the carpets. So that is what Mom and I did, but I then needed to fill the floor with some type of something. So I did buy 3 8x10 rugs to put in the front room, the TV room, and here in my office, just so I do not have every room echoing in the house. So here in the office, this is going to be my next project, house project, and I've moved all the furniture out of the room except for my desk, a trash can, 2 cat trees, and my desk chair. So it's without the rug on the floor right now, it is very echoey in this room. So having the rug helps with the echo of the room. And yeah, so that's bought 3 8x10 rugs. So they're all washable rugs. They were all, I believe, under $100 on Amazon. And I've only opened up one of them that's here in the office, and I need to figure out, I don't think it's the right color to stay in here. So that's where I'm like, I'm going to have to figure out some stuff. Anyways, so that is what was the miscellaneous expense for that. And I put that in the right one. Okay. There we go. And then the last thing are pet stuff. So I got the monthly Chewy order for the cat food. And then because of the cats having fleas, I needed to get flea medicine for Jack, Kitty, and the 3 kittens. So I already had stuff getting shipped for Binks and Sam, but I needed some for all the other cats. So $243 for all of that. So $358.21. and then $243.94. So I'm going to go through and do the math over here real quick to figure all of this stuff out with my calculator. Let's see. I really only had that, well, I'm already way over on groceries this month. What, Tay? What? Okay, 197 negative minus 97.31 is 29431. And my handwriting is bad. It is 7 something in the morning, and on the 24th. And, you know, I really don't care right now. So, okay, there we go for the main things that I'm tracking for each weekly. Let's go ahead and dive into the other expenses that have come out for the second and third week. Sorry, can't think right now either. Okay, so starting off with Kindle subscription, $12.98. $12.98. I'll come back. I'm going to continue on with the blue ones. So Discovery Plus, $10.81. That came out. Netflix, $19.47. And then I have added in a couple subscriptions. So I am on this one. I'm going to have to pull it from sinking funds. I don't know why I didn't put it as a sinking fund, but it is going to be a yearly expense. And that is for Apple Care for my iPad. I just decided to renew it when I needed to. Apple Premiere, $40.61. Okay. Come back to that one. Let's do the pink ones for bills. So natural gas, $27.15. Then we had electric, $93.33. And then home security, the normal, $40.15 over here. Okay. Then go into the red ones for debt. So we have $300 to credit card 2, which was what I wanted. Business credit card, we had $300, so I did the minimum, but we have $200 extra going to debt so far for this month. And then the normal $62.25 down here for the home security loan. It's down here. Okay. Now let's go through and, oh, I had chiropractor on there, so I've got one done. And let's go ahead, let's do the dining. So dining is everything in the pale yellow. McD's. $13.75 and $23.40. $59.88 in dining, which I am $9 over, so no more eating out when I go into the office. Let's put it that way. Okay, I did get my paycheck, so did get a raise. Let's see, 26.54. Yeah, I'm kind of curious how much of an increase that is. Almost $200. So that's more money that I can put towards debt every single month going forward, so that's good. Let's see, we did sinking funds. I'm going through and double checking when sinking funds came out, and right now I'm going to keep it at $1,888 because that is what is normally coming out with the exception of my summer bills. So I need to figure out how much extra I want to put towards sinking funds. So to do that, to figure out my summer bills, I'm going to take the budgeted amount for electric, natural gas, and water. My water bill, I have a credit on it. So I budget $50 so that way I don't forget that I have a water bill, but I go ahead and put an amount in there so that way I'm budgeting for it and putting money to the side. So I'm going to take the budgeted amount for those three, $35 and $50, which is a total of $230. I'm going to subtract the actual and because I don't have anything in water, I know I always will have a carryover, and that is $109.52. So squeaky chair. So I need to make a note that once I'm done with this, that I need to do 109.52 to my summer bills, so the actual sinking fund amount will be should be 199,752 at the end of the day on how much I've put towards debt. Or not towards debt, but to sinking funds. And the reason why I have a summer bill sinking fund, I have a whole video that I may have posted in 2023, December of 2023, that talks about the summer bills. But basically when I lived paycheck to paycheck, the summer bills here in Houston increased dramatically, and so that way for me to be able to afford having the higher electric bills and things like that, I went ahead and put money into my savings account and just made a record of what I was putting over there. I did this budgeted amount so that way I was not surprised with larger increases in the electric bill and all of that type of stuff. And when it comes to summer, usually it's around June when I start getting the higher bills. The I'm able to pull from the summer bills sinking fund and cover. That way I'm not pulling money from anywhere else that I've budgeted for, like putting stuff to debt or any of that type of stuff. So I still maintain that because I just like having that peace of mind that I'm not going to get shocked with a huge bill and it's like, where am I going to come up with that money? So that's why I do that. But there is a whole video. I will try to find it and link it if I can remember. But I did a whole video on that for one of my Vlogmas videos in 2023. Okay, so I need a record of that. Personal, 1711, that was for prescriptions and some other stuff once I went to the doctor on for my sinus infection. So 9402. I'm like, what all did I buy? Oh yeah, 1711. So I just don't feel like pulling out my eraser right now. So total now is $111.13 on that. Okay, I'll get to the brown ones and the light green ones here in a moment. So let's see. The light orange are for auto. So we have toll road and gas, and that is $90.75 for those. And put those in pencil just in case. Cookie, Cookie, what are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? Yeah, if you would let me do the flea comb on you, you might not be so scratchy. Oy, silly cat. Okay, let's go ahead and dive into, let's see, let's do business real quick. So, monthly subscription for a business venture that I am doing. So I am going to do this right there. Okay. And then we have the brown one. So I had the subscription. It's another Apple Care for my iMac, which is kind of a business. That's where I edit the videos and do a lot of the business type stuff. So that was a yearly renewal on that. So I am trying to find my transaction log over here, and I am going to run out of room on this, unfortunately, because, well, how am I going to do this? Because I have 4 and 3 slots, so I'm going to have to write small. I am also going to, on this one, because one of these is medical, so I'm also going to do on 417, my ear, nose, and throat doctor, medical, and it was $295.11. For some reason, my new insurance, I have to meet the deductible before I can do the copays. I don't understand that. So and I have to go back for allergy testing, and I'm not looking forward to how much that is going to cost. And then if I have to do, like once we figure it out and I have to do allergy shots, I'm not going to look forward to that at all. But going to get allergy tested in May. Okay, business subscription. So for 17, let's see, no Apple Care, iMac. This cat is going nuts, and he's driving me crazy. Okay, then we have just going to pull from regular subscriptions because it's not really business for my iPad. And that is $81.18 for the iPad. I don't understand why Apple Care for my iPad is more expensive than my iMac, but hey, whatever. And then I did buy a birthday present for my older sister. Today is her birthday, so I bought that for her. And her nickname is Agna. That is not her name, but that is what we call her sometimes. Gift, and it was $44.85. Okay, and that should be everything checked off now. Let me double check. And not that I'm trying to do no spend month, but I always track my no spend stickers. So these are my little no spend kitty cats. And for those of you that don't know, I have 6 inside cats, which drive me bonkers sometimes. Like this morning. Oh, now he's curled up. I just don't get it. Anyways, so that is this week's check-in. So far, so good. I know that the ENT appointment I put on my credit card, and I've already gone through and made a payment to the credit card for that amount. And I'm trying to think if there's anything crazy, other things that are crazy going on that might pop up, but so far nothing that I can think of. I am, let's see. Yeah, I can't think of anything interesting so far. Besides the doctor visits and everything. Oh, I do have the urgent care that happened at some point. I think it was this medical urgent care. I got another bill again. That is my copay for urgent care, but because of the insurance thing and where we have to do meet our deductible before doing the copays, I just don't get that. I've never had that happen in the past. It's always been doing the copays. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I did get a bill for $160 for that I need to pay. So I need to pay that this month as well at some point. So hopefully I don't get sick anymore. So for April, getting sick has been a money expenditure thing going on. Oh, I keep forgetting things. I'm like, I need to pay people back for tickets. Oh gosh, I forgot that. Concert tickets. I'm going to 2 other Korean group concerts this summer, and I'm excited for them. So I need to pay people back for those. So those are some things that I need to figure out how much those are and pay the people. Some other things that are going to happen, besides the ENT, I did get another bill from urgent care with the whole deductible thing with the insurance mess. I owe $160 more to urgent care, so I have to pay that. So I think by the first week of May or something like that. I have to look at the bill again, but I'll get it paid. So then some other things that are going to be happening, maybe not necessarily in April, but definitely in the next month or 2. Actually, one of these might be that I go and do it later today, but I want to buy the 2 litter box enclosures, the 2 other ones, so that way I can get the back entryway the way I want it. I also should order the stuff from IKEA, so that way I can, I'm going to look to see if they have them in stock. I might just drive out to IKEA this weekend to get them, but if not, I might see if they can get them delivered. So that way I can finish the back entryway and have one project out of my, out of my mind, and have it pretty much done, except for cutting holes in the front of the doors for the cats to use the litter boxes. The other thing that will be happening is that as I am repainting, redoing the floors and all of that here I was like, I saw something back behind me. It's Cookie. The Cookie Monster. But anyways, as I'm redoing the rooms, I already have the wall paint, but I may have to go pick up some things. I do know that I'm going to have to pick up the right primer to prime the Calyx units, because I will be painting those, the ones that go into the closet here. I will be repainting those white, so that way I can not feel like that this is like a cavern, because I'm tired of walking in there and it just feels dark. I mean, the paint doesn't help. It's a sage green, which was all the rage back 2004, 2003, whenever it was that I moved back into the house, 2005, something like that. But now it's not, I mean, it's still a good color, but it's definitely not me anymore. So I want to make the closet light and bright for it being a closet. So I'm going to have some expenditures on some of that. And I've already bought the carpets. You can see one of them behind me, but I think this one I'm either going to put in the front room or the TV room, and bring in the other one that has more of a turquoisey. I'm going to have to bring it in here and put it against hold it against the paint samples. I think one is back in this area. If it's even visible, I can't tell. But the color is pretty much like this color over here. It's just, it looks a little bit more saturated in blue or cyan, the blue color. And I don't know if it's going to make the room dark, but I definitely think it's going to make the white furniture kind of pop a little bit more, because it's a little bit more saturated. So we'll just have to see how it goes, but I'm looking forward to working on this room and getting this kind of like, since I spend a lot of time here in the office, it's between working from home and doing YouTube and stuff like that, I do spend a lot of time in here. So I just want to make it feel comfortable. And right now I'm staring at wall patches and torn drywall and 3M command strips, and it's just, I'm ready for to not see that. I'm ready to have a clean room and all of that type of stuff, because I think it will help my mental clarity and everything, especially since it's an office and everything. So so we'll have some expenditures coming up on paint and some supplies. I have a lot of it, but I'm going to be picking up some more, and possibly some furniture, things like that. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to try to keep it as minimal on the budget on doing this, but yeah, there's some financial things that are going on. I also kind of want to call the AC people, one, to have them come out and just do a maintenance check on the AC unit, since I've been running the AC since February pretty much. And before we go into the summer, I just want to kind of have them do a maintenance just to make sure that it doesn't stop working on some holiday because the lines are clogged or something like that. So I kind of want to have them do that. And I'd like them to also quote me on redoing all the duct work, talk about the register boots, which are when you have the air vent registers, it's the thing in the attic or underneath the the floor and have to redo those, and also to add in an extra vent register into the family room because that room is too big to only have one vent blowing cold air out of it. So I'd like to get a quote to just kind of see how much that's going to be, and if I can even afford it. I might need to finance some of it. So that's things that I need to kind of figure out, but I would like to have clean air inside the house. And yeah, so some things that I'm thinking of here in the near future. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will check back with you guys next time. Please make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way you are notified when I do post my next video, and thumbs up, like this video if you enjoyed it. I will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody. And if you stayed this long, make sure you go out and vote. If you have elections going May 3rd, go vote. Voting is important. It's local elections. They are more important than presidential elections. Soapbox, done. Go vote.